doing? Welcome, welcome. We welcome you this morning to your leadership call. We're so glad to see you on a Friday. All right. Well, if you don't know me, I am Moya, aka Max Out Moya. And what I do is I help you navigate Love Plus. And that's what we're going to be doing today. Actually, we are going to navigate Plus so that you can see what we have available just to help you with your personal and your business development today. All right. You can chime in at any time if you like, Queen Impact.
I was letting it flow like an airplane, just flow in the sky. I love it. Y'all drop some airplane emojis in the chat. We have our community director, Moya, like she said, max out. You're gonna see her in person, especially for the live events. How y'all feeling? Y'all turn y'all cameras on. It is Friday. Oh my gosh, it's Friday. It's Love Day. It's St. Valentine's birthday. It's all the things.
Valentine, yes.
Valentine's. What else, Moya?
It's a day to bet on yourself. Absolutely. We are just so excited to have you all here today, and we have a lot in store for you today.
Absolutely. So y'all go ahead and turn on y'all cameras. I don't know what's in the air, but we need to see y'all faces. We need to see what's going on, your emotions, how y'all feeling, because the personal development is what starts everything. It starts from how you're feeling. It starts with how you're feeling about yourself. It starts with how you communicate. It starts with how you are loving and appreciating the space that you're in. A lot of people did not get up today. A lot of people have funerals today. A lot of people don't even have privileges to these type of calls. So I need y'all to turn y'all cameras on, be present, be very mindful, be very cutesy. Show up for yourself today. I want y'all to put mindset in the chat if y'all are ready. Matter of fact, I don't even want to bring them up yet. I want someone to come through because I don't see no cameras on. I ain't gonna ask 3 times now. That's not what I'm gonna do.
I don't know. Look, it don't matter if your breath stink, if your hair all over your head, or what. Just show up. We just need you to show up. So let's throw some mindset in the chat. I mean, in all caps. Let me see. Look, I'm not even looking at the gallery view. Let me see who I see. Okay, we need some cameras on. We need some. Well, I'm just seeing it. Wait. Oh, Marquise is in the house. Let's see. Oh, Joyce, beautiful Joyce. Great morning. Great morning. Shatori got her camera on front and center. Oh, it's King Malik. Oh, we love you, King Malik. I'm so glad to see you today. And Sunshine, she riding. She bright. Good morning, Sunny. But yes. Throw some mindset in the chat because today we got to get our mindset right. We got to come off of mute. We got to come off of mute, come off of mute, come off of mute. Let's get it started.
Morning, good morning.
Good morning.
I see you, Queen.
Good morning, good morning.
Great morning, family.
Let's get it.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What up? What's going on? Grand Rising, let's go. Hey, y'all hot. What up, Marlon? What's up, Deanna?
Good morning.
I ain't seen Malik in
Welcome.
5 years. What up, Malik?
Yes, welcome.
A lot is happening.
Yes, we have you here. What up, Reggie?
Hey.
Hey, King
What's up,
Eric.
Deanna?
Yes.
What's up?
Let's get
Love
it.
y'all.
Morning.
Good morning.
Let's get it.
Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know we got the best of the best in the room. Thank you, Moya. Thank you, Tamoa. Thank you, Jasmine. Shout out to you, Sunshine. I see you driving early. You got to get to where you got to get to. What's going on, family? How we feeling? Let me know in the chat. Put your camera on. If you could put your camera on, go ahead and do it. This is your success. This is your success. This is your opportunity. Listen, man, you got one time, one chance. Every opportunity comes once. So how are you going to handle it? How are you handling it? So I want to know, are you the best of the best? Let me know in the chat. Are you the best of the best? Are you the top of the top? Are you the cream of the crop? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Okay. So there we go. I can put my camera on now. Now that I know we got the best of the best in the building, because I don't know, I can't walk into any room and just be there. I don't know about you, but sometimes I get into some of these rooms and I'm like, I don't know. I ain't supposed to be here. I gotta go. So I leave. Okay. Hopefully this ain't the thing, right? Like, you ever put on your own show? You ever put on your own party? You ever put something together and you wish you weren't there? Hopefully that doesn't happen to me. Okay. So that's why I gotta make sure I got the best of the best in the room. I know who you are. I want to shout you out really fast because you are dedicated. You are showing up for you. You are diligent. Who we got in the building? When I call your name, I'll put the MVP trophy in the chat. See, this is about being the most valuable participant. When you're the most active participant in your life, things start to happen for you. When you're the most valuable participant in your life, you become magical. It seems like the universe is conspiring to work in your favor. You feel in alignment with your assignment. You feel what we call flow. Flow is another word for freedom. Okay, you ever felt free and it's just like, I feel good. So when I call your name out, go ahead and put the trophy emoji in the chat. We got Shatori. What's going on, Shatori? Deanna, front and center. Shout out to my girl D. D, I love you, D. D's always front and center. What's up, Deanna? What's going on, Joyce? How we feeling, Joyce? Marquez, what's going on? Malik, back in the building. He said there's a lot going on. Everybody put a lot in the chat. If a lot has been going on, put a lot in the chat. What's up, Eric? Eric has always been showing up. Shamil, let's go. Stay safe. How we feeling? You're the best of the best, top of the top. Saeed, brother Saeed, what's going on? Darlene, how we doing? Fredgy, look, I want to make sure, even if you're in the background, you get a little love. Just know that you are somebody special. Robin, I know you got things going on. We pulling for you. Marlon, it's good to see you. What's going on? James, Tracy, Kiana, everybody in the back, I just want you to understand. Vernell, we see you. Francis, we see you. I know you putting work in. I know that sometimes you're at work and you can't show up. Barbara, I get it. So we want to make sure that we can show up for ourselves no matter what. Sometimes you will be in the front. Sometimes you will be in the back. But it doesn't matter about where you're at. It's all about where you want to go. Who do you want to be? So if they can't see you do a certain thing, it doesn't matter if they can't see you. You know who can see you? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Exactly. You can see you. So if you know you can see you, then that's all that matters. It ain't about looking good for somebody else. Sometimes you be cleaning up the house before the guests come over. Clean up the house for you. Okay? Clean it up for you. Sometimes you be trying to look good for some other people. Do it look good for you. So this is all about you. Somebody put me in the chat. When we talk about me, we're talking about Max and everything. We're talking about Max and everything. So this is literally a way for you to get to your success. Put your money goes in the chat. Put your money goes in the chat. We've devised a way. We've created a solution. We've created a brilliant way to help you get results in 4 weeks or less. Does that sound good? I'm talking about the results in the area of your choice. If you want better finances, better finance strategies, if you want to become more effective with your time, better time management, I want you to put love in the chat. Put love in the chat. LUHV. Put love in the chat. Who's on the back end team? Make sure everybody's here. Can you please put this link inside the Telegram groups? I'm only seeing a few people showing up. Put the links inside the Telegram groups, please. Put the links inside the Telegram groups, please. All right, thank you. So what I want to stress is whatever your goals may be, whatever it is that you're looking to do, you're not going to do it alone. Guess what? You're not alone. So that's the beauty of this, right? So when you put 50K in the chat, that's good, that's dope. But I want you all going for the next 4 weeks. I want you to start thinking higher, speaking at a greater spiritual level. If y'all know what I'm talking about, put in the chat. Put the M's in the chat because I want you, if you say you want 50K per month, you say you want X, Y, and Z success, it's going to take a different level of structure for you. It doesn't have to be hard, but it sure won't be easy. You get what I'm saying? It's not going to be hard, but it just won't be as easy as you think it should be. Make sense? You're going to have to put some work in. Somebody say put work in if you're ready to put some work in. So what I am going to do is I'm going to go over the syllabus with you for the next 4 weeks. Once again, this is not to overwhelm you. Once again, this is not to put stress on you. This is to allow you a structure. If you want freedom, which I think we're all going for, let me know in the chat. I don't want to assume, but I did check the polls from the other day. I think freedom is what we're after. Let me know in the chat. Is it freedom that you're after, or do you just want a couple extra dollars? because you can get both and feel freedom. So your money is not directly tied to your freedom, but your freedom is directly tied to your money. Now, you may not be the person right now that you truly want to be, but guess what? You're not the person you used to be. So we're working towards a goal. The goal is time freedom. When we say, I want to clear up some language, we don't want to be financially free. I know that's the term that everybody throws out, but sometimes be aware of when everyone's talking about a certain thing. Be aware of when everyone's following a certain trend. This is a psychological warfare that's been playing on for years. There's no difference from you to me. It's all being played around us. I want you to be aware of these psychological traps because your current situation is based upon the programming that you have. Make sense? Let me know if it makes sense. Your current situation, the things that you have in your life right now, you have based upon your current programming, the things you've downloaded, your beliefs, your systems, the people around you. This is why you have what you have. So we always say you have what you have because you are who you are. We must change who we are if we want something new. Let me know in the chat if you want something new. I've been able to acquire time freedom. Once again, my name is Sean Crewmate. Also call me Mindset Mogul, 2 Crew. And what I do is I help 6-figure, 7-figure business owners retain their clients, grow their communities. When I'm not doing that, I'm helping 5-figure entrepreneurs and career professionals become the best of the best in their industry. Better speaking, better relationship building, becoming more effective with their time. I'm helping them step into their 7-figure earning potential. Do you want to step into your 7-figure earning potential? Do you want time freedom? Is that what you want? You must become somebody new. Okay, if you want something new in the chat, put something new in the chat. So what we're going to show you, this might be new for you. This might be something new for you, but we created a program. And during this program, you're going to be utilizing my RIC method, and it's going to be the RIC impact. So it's the combination of renovate, innovate, collaborate, implementation, unification, communication, imagination, and you're going to be able to put yourself in a position of power. You know what I should do before I start? Let me just share a few things. Can I share a few things? Let me know if I could share a few things. Um, Somebody say, put me in the game, coach. I want to put the whiteboard on. Somebody say, put me in the game, coach. If I can put the whiteboard on, somebody say, put me in the game, coach. All right, there we go. So I'm going to share my screen in a second. I'm going to go to this whiteboard. And what I want to do is I just want to break down a few things. And I want to keep it simple. So stick with me here. Stick with me here. Stick with me here. I want to keep it simple, okay? I want to make sure this is very, very clean for you. All right. So the idea here is to become more effective in less time. The idea is to put yourself in a position of power. The idea is for you to step into your 7-figure earning potential. Now, the way that you're going to do that is understanding a couple things. So let's share the screen. And once again, you know, today's a light day. Today's a light day, so don't stress yourself out. And during these 4 weeks, this is not for you to be stressed out. This is not for you to be running around scrambling. It's not for that. This is for organization. Somebody put organization in the chat. Put organization in the chat. If you are a business or if you run a business, then you know that organization is paramount to your success. Let me know. Let me know in the chat. Put organization in the chat. Okay, so I want you to be in love with organization. When I asked you to put love in the chat, LUHV, when I asked you to put your money goals in the chat, I want you to be in love with your goals. I want you to be in love with the ability to create. I want you to fall in love with the process because when you love yourself enough to do the things that you need to do, that's where you get what you want. Make sense? Let me know if it makes sense in the chat. All right. So what I'm gonna break down is something so simple. It's so basic too. Like I think we kind of understand this, but knowing means nothing. So it's not about you know me thinking you understand this. This is literally just you know me showing. So in life, this life is frequency based. Life is frequency based. Somebody put frequency in the chat. Somebody put frequency in the chat. Life is frequency based. So when you are out in society, when you're in your house, this is why I say earlier, it doesn't matter whether somebody's looking or not. It doesn't matter. Like I know we get caught up with that, like looking good syndrome. How many of us are suffering from looking good syndrome? Be honest about where you're at so you can get to where you want to be. This thing about life is it's frequency based. Certain, hold on, the board is moving a little bit slow today. Certain frequencies, certain vibrations. Don't you say you might find yourself saying, I get a certain vibe, right? Or I'm a vibe, or I like good vibes or beautiful experiences. This frequency based. So this is you as a person. Whatever you're experiencing on this external world is being determined by your internal world. The same person could find themselves in the most horrible conditions. Most horrible conditions. The red is going to symbolize horrible conditions. Think of your own circumstances. This is frequency based. You're going to be in horrible situations, but the way that you see the situations, you're going to see yourself getting out and working out of it. And you'll find yourself here. This is where they say rags to riches. It's not about just about money, but if you were stuck in your matrix, you would now feel saddened. So it's not about what you were put in, the situation that you were put in. This is a different level of situation. This is a different level of situation. Somebody say different level. Somebody say different level. So whatever you're currently experiencing, whatever it may be in your life, whatever it is. One second, hold on, let me see. Okay, yeah, whatever it is that you are experiencing, you must see difficulty differently. Somebody put into the chat, see difficulty differently. You must see all of these obstacles as opportunities. The yellow circle represents seeing obstacles as opportunities. That is the way that you get through everything that you're going through to get to this level of life where you can become happy. See, this is why certain people could be in these negative situations and still find happiness and still find solace and still find peace. So every opportunity that comes your way, it might not show up to you directly as an opportunity. It might show up to you how? Let me know in the chat. It might show up to you as an obstacle. It might show up to you as an obstacle first. So things that look like it may be obstacles, I want you to see, wow, what's the solution that I can have around this? I want you to be solution oriented based. Somebody put solutions in the chat. I want you to now write down certain things that you've been facing. Give me one. Give me one thing that you've been facing. That's the toughest thing that you've been dealing with this week, this month, last year, this last few years. Let me know in the chat. Put it in the chat. Don't be afraid. No one's judging you here. No one's judging you here. You are your own judge. You are in your proper person. You are your own judge. Put it in the chat. What has been really plaguing you? Like if you was to fix this one thing, if you was to have a solution for this one thing, if you were able to overcome this obstacle, what would that obstacle be? If you were able to overcome that obstacle, that would be the thing that puts you into another frequency of life. Let me know in the chat. Come on, let's be active. Let's be active for real. Let's be active. We're not wasting our time just being on the call. Just so everybody knows that your expectation for yourself is to show up fully and play fully out. You must participate the entire time. This is non-negotiable. If you are at work and you got other duties and this can only be just a listening thing, then that's what it is. If you have the capabilities and you're sitting in front of this, you must participate. That's the only way to practice being the most active participant. If you're looking to multitask so much, please stop doing that. It's not going to work out for you in your favor at the end, and you already know that. All right, let's not keep doing things that hurts us. Financial accountability, retiring, time management, shifting to full-time independency. Okay, so just so y'all know, you've been good at this in other ways. Tell me all the ways that you have been good at this already. Tell me the ways that you have been good at it already. So remember, this is frequency based. So this is based upon how you see things. You must see them, as we mentioned, as obstacles, turn them into opportunities. So you see So you see obstacles as opportunities. When you look at it, you break it down as stack. So these things that we see as obstacles aren't really obstacles. That's an optical illusion. So what you see as obstacles is an optical illusion. There's something that's playing in front of your eyes as one thing, but it's actually something else. If y'all know what illusions are, let me know in the chat. So when you are looking at obstacles, these are things that's going to stack. Obstacle, move the obs, put the S out the way, the E out the way. Look at the stack. The stack is going to stack your things in your favor. Like your obstacles, the things that you're facing is going to stack the opportunities in your favor. But you have to unite. You have to unite with the issues. See, you got to abort and unite with the things that's happening in your life. So when I'm saying you have to embrace the struggle, you have to embrace the pain, you have to embrace the learning curve, you have to embrace the trial, you have to embrace the loss. If you lost the person in your life, it's okay. You know, you can have some time to grieve, but just know life doesn't stop. Life keeps going, and that person will never want you to stop living your life. That person will only want you to live better, live greater. So please stack these wins, stack these obstacles as opportunities so that way you can get the results you truly want. The key thing in this, once again, is unity. So you might think that you're good by yourself, but you're better with someone else. That's why we yearn for partnership. It's not just about sex or just companionship or being touched and loved. It's not about that. It's just naturally. You are designed to be with people. When two people are together and they have a child, by default, you are a group. Okay? By default, you are a group. The only way you can become born into this world is by a group. Yeah, your group might split apart. Yeah, it might happen. Your group might split apart and it might just be you two. It might just be you two. If you grew up in a single family household, you got double the work to do. Letting you know right now. If you grew up in a single family household, you got double the work to do. Somebody put in the chat. If you got double the work, put double in the chat. If you got double the work, put double in the chat. You are already behind if you grew up in a single family household. Just understand that already by default. Things are going to seem harder to you. It's going to feel like things are coming to you in a struggle. I'm telling you right now. But once you get over that hump, you will start yielding double. So basically, you reap what you sow, but you reap more than what you sow. So you sow a seed, you reap way more harvest, right? So you could count the number of seeds that's in a particular fruit, but you cannot count the number of fruits that's in a seed. Make sense? Let me know in the chat. So you have to now put yourself in a position where you can start to reap your benefits. Because if you was dealt this terrible hand, you now got to play your cards right. You now once again got to stack the deck in your favor. Because if this person is out of your life, you're going to have it harder. I remember losing my parents. I remember being this individual here. And you know what I had to do? I had to unite. So every weekend, and I know I told some of y'all this story, but every weekend I would meet up with my brothers. Every weekend after I was separated from my family, I would make it a point to meet up with my brothers every weekend. Every Sunday on cue, we all cry. Every Sunday. It did not fail. Tears run down the face, run down the face, run down the face. Imagine this. And then these three boys just hug each other and they tell them, you know what we're going to do? We're going to stick together no matter what. We're going to build each other up mentally, physically. We're going to help each other grow and be the best versions of ourselves. All we want to do is become better each day. It didn't always go according to plan, but let me know, it went according to vision. There was times I used to have to tell my brothers, pull up your pants. There was times I had to tell them, stop being in the streets. It was times they had to tell me, right? You're not living up to your full potential. You're not living up to your full potential. So, don't be afraid to be held accountable. Okay? Don't be afraid to be held accountable. You're going to have accountability. But guess what? As I mentioned before, it's the group. It's the ability to have the unity. So while you're inside of this program, unite with the structure of the program. Don't go against the program. When you work with principles, principles work for you. When you work against it, everything works against you. When you're out of alignment, you're going to feel struggle. So if you're feeling struggle in your life, there must be something that you're out of alignment with. One of the key things that most people are out of alignment with is the ability to connect and create groups. I remember when I was always going to different schools. I went to 7 different schools in 9 years. I was always a popular kid, but nobody knew me. Think about that. I was always a popular kid, but no one ever really knew me. They just knew of me. I played basketball. I was a student athlete of the year. I was a salutatory. I was going to be valedictorian, but I wasn't in the school long enough. I was in school for 1 year. So they gave it to the girl who was in the school for 4 years. Makes sense to me. I agreed with it. They sat down and told me this before they even announced it. They told me this. Okay. I went from 65 grade point average in New York City. I was in Boys and Girls High School, which was like a jail. I mean, literally you have to take 2 steps every time you're walking, just regular, like 2 shuffle steps, like if you were shackled, because it was so crowded in the school system when you had to go from class to class. I went to North Carolina. I went to 2 schools in North Carolina, 2 schools in New York. And before you know it, as I mentioned, I started having 99, 100 grade point averages. And I'm not saying this to say that you need to be like me, because what I found out, it was so simple. Somebody put simple in the chat. Work isn't really hard. What's so hard about work? Let me know in the chat. What's the hardest thing about your work? Let me know in the chat. What's the hardest thing about your work? What's the hardest thing about your work? Be honest. What's the hardest thing about work? Work, like if you was to look at work in a vacuum, work is not hard, right? It's really not. But there's something hard about it. What's the hard part? Aha, there we go. I know some of y'all saying showing up, but that's not really hard. It's the consistency, it's the focus, it's the dedication, because the task becomes so mundane, the task becomes so known, the task becomes so like, it's just like, I don't even want to do this. I'm just tired of doing the same thing. You were put on this earth to do multiple things. This is why you travel like you're supposed to travel. Y'all remember the stories about how what they would call our ancestors? When our ancestors were moved from town to town, nomads, once the vegetation was ate up here, they will move across. That makes so much sense when it comes to weather, right? That makes so much sense. There's a season for winning and there's a season for seeding. You might go through your dark season and you might go through your light season. Winter is a dark season. Winter has more darkness than light. Winter is cold. But see, something that we're missing, some of us stay in the winter. Some of us stay in the cold. How many of us are dealing with just trauma, dealing with issues? We're just so used to dealing with things. Let me show you how I discovered this too. One day I was watching TV, and I was still living in the hoodish areas, and there was like water bottle in front of the TV. There was a bunch of other stuff in front of the TV on a TV stand, and I'm watching TV, just like not even caring that I'm not even noticing it. I'm just not even noticing it. I'm just so comfortable with living in discomfort. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm just so comfortable living in discomfort. I'm walking in the house, everything all scattered everywhere. I'm just so comfortable living. I don't even want to see anything. I got this one chair that I just throw all of my clothes on top of, and it just become a closet in a hanger all at once. Let me know if I'm making sense. Let me know in the chat. I'm speaking your life, right? I'm probably speaking I'm speaking somebody's life. I know I am. I know I am. I'm because this was my life. I'm speaking somebody's life. It wasn't until I started to organize things. It wasn't until I started to see that this was very simple. Everything has a place and every place has this thing. This is not the time and place for this. So how many times are we actually involved in things that don't necessarily have to be there? So when it comes back to being frequency based, sometimes we get upset. Sometimes we get all upset just because something didn't go our way. Let me know if that's you in the chat. Oh, it didn't go your way, so you get upset. In fact, that's everybody. The only reason why you ever get upset is because things don't go your way. Like when my team start acting weird and they're all over there like not performing and making excuses, and I know that they're making excuses, but they still make excuses and they act like I don't know that they're making excuses. Just like when you have like your children and they make excuses and you know that you've been there and you just know that they're making excuses, it kind of just makes you feel some type of way. It makes you feel like you're being played. Let me know in the chat. Put played in the chat if you feel what I'm saying. See, the issue is when this is frequency based and you think that you're being played, guess who's the one that's playing you? Guess who's the one that's playing you? Guess who's the one that's playing you? Who's playing who? This is why they came up with you playing yourself. When how many friends and family you know that just be playing themselves? Hey, look, I got this class going on. You know, we got the mindset mogul, we got big mogul, we got mogul, Mr. Brooklyn business, and you know they teaching us financial literacy. They showing us where to put the money, how to get the money. They showing us to become the person that earns the right to have the money. But you know what? They don't show up to the class. They're playing themselves. Okay, they ask you for to borrow some money and they don't pay you back, and all you're doing is making me not want to let you borrow any more money. You just playing yourself. Put in the chat, playing yourself. If you show up to class and you got your camera off, you're playing yourself. All you're doing is prolonging your results. I had to think about this. I love playing video games. So sometimes like I want to sit down and I want to just play 2K because I want to live out my basketball dreams, but in my mind, this is like a peaceful thing. And I realized like I was living with roommates and girlfriend and all of this stuff, and it's like I had children, and I was responsible because I had this house or this apartment, and it's just like I was playing myself. I was playing myself because I wasn't putting the time dedication I needed to better my life. Yeah, I was getting to the bag. Yeah, I was hustling in the streets. Yeah, I was making moves. I was shooting videos, doing photography, but I was playing myself. Some of you are thinking too small. You are playing yourself. Somebody let me know in the chat. So when I talk about frequency base, when you see something that gets you mad, when you say, "Oh, I'm mad," you made me mad. And I'm showing you the inner workings, y'all. This is the thing that's going to allow you to overcome problems and create solutions for yourself when you start dealing with big business. My business is big and it ain't even that big. I'm telling you that right now. It's big business, but I'm still small to somebody. So just understand this though. When you get mad, right? Who are you? Who gets the frequency? So think about this, right? This is you. So anytime you're mad, all you do is project the mad energy, and now you feel mad. Think about it. Somebody did you wrong and you got mad, and who felt the brunt of the pain? See, somebody argued with you and you had this fight. Who was thinking about it all day and couldn't do anything else? You're playing yourself. Who had this relationship and you just was putting all these expectations on somebody else and you're not fulfilling yours, and then you broke up with that person. You can't eat, you can't sleep. Why not? Because the way that you was treating that person, you was treating yourself. You playing yourself. See, because self is not about you. Self is not about you. Self is all about us. I'm not talking about US. Okay, I'm not talking about the US. This is a corporation, but y'all need to learn from America. America is a great teacher. America is a great teacher. They tell you unity, 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 and then no matter what, they force you to have unity. They force you to have unity. You gotta work. If you don't work, you don't eat. If you don't work, you don't eat. I don't talk to my best friend no more. I don't listen to my man, but you listen to your boss? Uh-oh, wait a minute. Hold on now. You don't take orders from a man, but you take orders from your boss? You don't move when your man tell you because he demanded to you, but you fulfilling the deadlines to your boss? Uh-oh, hold on now. Y'all don't want to talk about this. So America is a great teacher because America shows you by any means you need to have unity. By any means you need to get it done. I don't care if you don't like it. By any means you got to make sure you show up. I don't care. By any means. Y'all got me clapping like a girl from Brooklyn. Don't get offended. You're Don't get offended, okay? Listen, I'm saying this is your opportunity, but you playing around with it. You're playing yourself. You're playing yourself. Self is not about you. Self is us. How can we go? I told y'all before, I'm at this family reunion. It's my brother. One of my brothers, I don't even know if both my brothers were there. No, just one of my brothers were there at this time. My uncle and then his sons and stuff. And you know, we got our cars out. My brother got the Lambo, I got the Corvette. The kids want to come and they want to see the car, whatever. Cool, come let them ride in it. Let them, you know, rev it up, step on the gas. Cool, do that. So while they're doing that, we're having a conversation. You know, we got family members. They all taking pictures of us doing this. All right, cool. Talking to my cousin, talking to my brother. Bro, how could your life be different right now? In fact, well, what could your life have been like if you had in the past? Like, how could we have made your life better and made it different? He looked at me in the face, looked at my other brother. This is Ramel he's talking to. He said, I'm gonna be honest. He looked at me, he said, if you was in my life, if you was in, I said, what do you mean? I always invited you to come into my life. I always invited you. My uncle, he's like a year older than us or something like that. So he's not that far off. But he's, but he said to me, he's like, yeah, but I didn't want to mess up what you had. You was always so positive. I was like, bro, I had tempers and I had these other stuff going on too. But he said, no, but like we could always see how positive your energy was, how you always just overcame stuff. We could see that. And I think if I was in your life more, it would be better. I looked at my brother. He said, yo, I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Like, if we look at everybody, like, you've impacted people in a positive way. That's your gift, bro. You got a gift. Like, your real gift is helping us see that we could be the best versions of ourselves. And he said, I said, what do you mean? He said, bro, I wouldn't be the big mogul without you, bro. I wouldn't be who I am, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I would not be who I am without you, bro. And I had to really think about this because I don't take credit for anybody, but I don't have to take credit for people's success because they have to do the work. But what I can realize is my gift. And I could realize the ability of self. See, I was so selfless. Remember when I was that little boy crying on Sundays with my little brothers? Remember that? This was me at a younger age having leadership. Somebody put leadership in the chat. Yeah, shout out to Dad. Our dad, he used to take us to these events, these network marketing events as youth, and we used to get around great leaders. Leadership. So when we would show up, they would, oh, y'all got the young boys inside the inside the room today. Don't be afraid to bring your kids around the room. Don't be afraid to put your kids' ears on to the messages that they're hearing right now. Don't be afraid to do that because this is look at it. Y'all look at us and y'all be like, damn, these young boys. Only if I'd have had this information when I was younger. So what about your children? What about if you got the information for your children while they're young? So this is about leadership. Somebody put leadership in the chat. When I was leading my brothers, I told you this was for me, but it was for we because it's no self, it's no I, it's us. So I said, I'm gonna make sure I show up every weekend. I want to see y'all. They made sure they show up every weekend to see me, and we never missed a weekend. And then it went from weekends to weeks together. I would call up grandma, can the boys stay with me for the week? I'm gonna make sure they go to school. Yeah, you make sure you go to school. I was the leader as a young kid. All my cousins, everybody, I get them to come over and get them to stay longer than what the parents allowed them to do because they trusted me. Somebody put trust in the chat. Put trust in the chat. We used to read the Bible before we played video games. Like, I don't know any kids who did this. Like, we used to sit down, let's study, let's read the Bible before we do anything else, before we go outside, before we go play, before we run and do whatever it is we do. Leadership. So the first person you got to lead is you. Because I wasn't capping in my rapping. I was actually just leading. When you talk about us, you have to find other people that's just like you. See, the key thing is you got family members, but they're not like you. See, because you might get, you might all come from the same tree. You might all come from the same tree, right? You might all come from the same tree, but you got different fruits, different flavors. So you're forcing some family members who don't want to leave the porch, leave the porch. You're forcing some family members who want to stay up in a tree, stay there and be in la la land. Why? When you could just go down here and meet people who is already looking and having that same frequency that you have. See, you may not get rich with your day ones, but you can get rich with your day twos. Somebody put day two in the chat. I'm really giving you a breakdown of psychology right now because I know y'all think it's the information, but I'm showing you how to become a six-figure, seven-figure earner, and I'm not having all of the financial acumen of what I'm speaking of as far as like getting funded. I'm not speaking about any of that. I'm not talking about the acumen of how you're going to use your credit. I'm talking about mindset. I'm talking about the ability to be the person that can create the idea. I'm talking about the highest level of impact, and I'm speaking on imagination. I'm speaking on imagination. See, the real reason why we don't have what we have, we don't have what we want in our lives, it's not because we're not capable. It's not because we're not enough. That's a lie identity that they told us. It's not because of any of that. You know what the real issue? What's the real issue, y'all? Let me know in the chat. We hint at it a lot of times, but what's the number one issue that's causing us to have a lack instead of abundance? You got to have imagination. Somebody put imagination in the chat. I remember me and my brother, we was young. He's fighting. Like my brothers used to love to fight. I don't know why they love picking on me. Because I wouldn't want to beat them up. Sometimes I got out of hand, you know, but a couple of times my brothers they got little hits off me. But one time we had this fight and I sat them down. I said, bro, we got to stop fighting because you know we're all leaders here. And I see you, I'm talking to Ramel at this time. I said, I see you as a leader, bro. He said, bro, I'm not a leader, bro. I'm just a leader of me. I said, bro, you're not the leader of me. You're the leader of we, right? You're gonna be the one to take our family out of last place, bro. It's you. You're the one. Bro, I don't know what you're talking about. It's not me. Bro, just believe us. All right, what I'm gonna do, we're gonna start small. You're gonna be the vice president of this company that we created. We created a company. I'm talking about we're young creating companies. Shout out to my Uncle Derek. Uncle Derek was the one that inspired us to create companies and put an LLC behind it. He was the first one to, give us that idea. He passed away. So he's no longer with us, but he started to help us build our imagination. And everybody send some love to Uncle Derek in the chat. Everybody got that uncle that want to put you on, but you just got to listen. And he was that uncle. So Uncle Derek, he gave us the imagination. I put my brother on as the vice president. We started feeling different. We started walking around different. He's on the paperwork. And little time, my man done turned an idea into a reality. And thanks to myself, thanks to Mr. Brooklyn Business, thanks to Big Mogul, we have created an empire for ourselves, but not just for us, but for all of us. So if you take the information that we're giving you, if you take the information that we're providing you, you will be successful too. You may not be able to do it with your day ones, but you could do it with your day twos. But the key thing here is use your imagination. Could you be a better thinker? Could you be a better speaker? Could you be on time for your class? What could work if your situation is poor right now? How could you transform it into a wealthy situation? If your situation is not the best, how could you make it the best? Imagination. Somebody put imagination in the chat. Somebody put imagination in the chat. You got to think greater. You got to see yourself as the best version. You got to see yourself as the best of the best, top of the top, the cream of the crop. You got to see yourself as the individual that's going to be the one that changes your life and changes your family life forever. You are the one. Somebody put Neo in the chat because you are the one. You are the one. Imagination is going to be the biggest thing that you could use, and that's going to transform your life. I can guarantee it. If you're thinking small, think about it. You used your imagination before, right? and you said, you know what I'm gonna do is, you said, I gotta stop sharing the screen, but it won't let me stop sharing. Hold on. You said that I'm gonna go out and get a job, right? And you use your imagination. You said, what type of job can I get? What type of job? And you went out and you got a job and you got the money for that job. But then you outgrew that job, right? You outgrew that job. So now you look for what? More money. So you're just increasing your imagination. So what have you outgrown? Let me know in the chat. What have you outgrown? Have you outgrown your ability to be the person that is waiting for everybody else before you show up? Are you outgrowing the fact that you're scared to speak because you think that somebody's going to judge you? Are you outgrowing the idea that you're not enough? I want you to outgrow those things. Can I get a commitment? Let me know in the chat if I can get a commitment. I need you to start leading with love first. Loving yourself enough to do the things that you need to do to get what you want in your life. Was that helpful for anybody? Let me know in the chat. Was that helpful? I want to share my screen. I want to walk y'all through the syllabus and everything. Let me know if that was helpful. Who are you willing to become? Who are you willing to become? Let me know. So, who, if you signed up on the app and you have your profile, put a 1 in the chat. If you didn't sign up on the app and you don't have a profile, put a 0 in the chat. Let me not say app. I keep saying app. We're not using the app right now. We're using the .com, the transformation portal. So excuse my language. If you signed up and you got the let me just show it. Y'all can see my screen, right? Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, chill. Let me see. Let me see these pictures. Y'all seeing what's going on in my background? Hold on, real quick. I used to model. Wait a minute. If it shows, oh, it's looking like it's not gonna show up. But I know some of y'all be peeking in the background. Let me see what they got going on. Y'all see some of those stuff, but it's not showing right now. So y'all got lucky. Y'all seeing my model pictures up there. All right, cool. So everybody needs to be in the transformation portal. So Mo, can we put the link that we put in the chat from before? And if you can't, let me see if I can. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can. Oh, that's not it. Um, let me redo that for y'all. Click this link. When you click this link, go find the mentorship that you came from. If you came from She Builds You Profits, she builds, she profits. If you came from Fund to Millions, I'm over here stumbling. If you came from She Build, She Profits, Fund to Millions. If you came from Mailbox Millionaire Academy, MMA. If you came from See You at the Bank, it does not matter. Whichever program you came from, go and get that tag so that way we know exactly where you came from. This is how you're going to sign up on the site. When you sign up on the site, you're going to be prompted to log in with Gmail, Facebook, or email. I want you to log in with your email. So manually put an email in and log into it manually. Manually put an email in and log into it manually. When you log in, you're also going to get, we're going to give you these groups. So let me show you. So basically, Jasmine, would you come off a mute real quick and just give them a different voice? I'm gonna navigate to my stats and I'm gonna go through that. So just kind of talk about it a little bit, but I'm mainly gonna go to the groups where it's Love Plus community room, and I'm also gonna go into the accountability accelerated group. I'm gonna get those. So I'm just giving you the heads up so you could just articulate that. But you know, I'd rather have them have a new voice right now while I'm going through this.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, y'all. So as y'all can see, the transformational portal, this is where we will be every day and in every way. At the top, we're going into my stats. I know we talked a little bit about this on Wednesday. But we are reiterating because it is imperative to know where you are going to be when it comes to your business, when it comes to your stats, when it comes to how you show up, right? Is your business basic? Is your business in the star player mode? Is your business elite to what you're doing when it comes to your work and converting it to the actual rewards and benefits that you want to see in your life? These are the three different tiers, but reflected in all that you do, right? Drop elite if your business is elite in the chat. Drop star player if your business is a star player in the chat. And drop basic if your business is basic. And it ain't nothing wrong with it, right? Because there's levels to this. And that's exactly why we're going to view our dashboard right now. So that way we can see what level we are at. And drop it in the chat. Y'all basic, y'all star player, y'all elite. What's going on? What's going on? Where y'all at? Y'all sleeping? It's Friday? It's Friday or it's Monday? Exactly. Okay. Elite. Thank you, Deanna. Deanna, the best of the best. We already knew this, right? When you're getting to your dashboard, what you're gonna go ahead and see is just the overall general picture of your profile. So whether that is you being a Mailbox millionaire, whether that you is being a star player, an elite, you'll see your crew coins, you'll see all of the rewards, even your groups that you're able to access and navigate to. If you ever need to find your specific group, just go to my groups and you have a plethora of options that you've already joined, especially the Love Plus community room. Now, the Love Plus community room is the room that you need to be in for everything and everything, right? With the H and without the H, for the updates, for the comfort, for the accountability, for the mentorship, for the insight of what is going on, just to simply get in there and communicate, right? Somebody drop communicate in the chat. She said, will we all be basic? I don't know. That's up to you. It's up to you. Drop communicate in the chat. The community room is to communicate. Drop communicate if that makes sense. That keyword is in there for a reason. There are a plethora of people in there, over 600 members. So know that this is your hub spot. This is your hub spot for every communication with one another that you can easily get to and easily access. All right? I love the communicate in the chat. I love it. All right, when you go back to your dashboard, right, we went through the group. So anything that you may have, just the slightest question on your dashboard will give you the access to. Now, the Accountability Accelerator group, which we are starting on Sunday, right? It's not a meeting. It's just a group that we're getting into. This is something that you are checking every day to keep you on task with your leadership development. So if you feel like you're questioning where you're at, or you may be hesitant if you're doing the right thing, go ahead and tap into your Accountability Accelerator Bootcamp group, and that is going to give you the full blueprint on your leadership development for the next 30 days. Somebody drop 30 days in the chat if that makes sense. Because if it doesn't make sense, we can't make dollars, right? Drop 30 days in the chat. And the veterans that's in here, hold it down. POP, hold it down. If you're a veteran, y'all see somebody struggling, hold it down, right? Because we are going to get it. But again, that dashboard space is exactly where you'll be able to navigate everything. All right? Perfect.
All right, great
And if
job,
we
great
go,
job.
all right,
Go ahead, Jasmine. No, you good.
Now I was gonna take them back to the dashboard right quick for the conclusion, right? Because we tend to have we have the work group session that Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 p.m. And sometimes people come in with questions, right? But just to reiterate for the third time, the dashboard, if you need to change your card, if you need to change or see the orders that you've purchased on the left-hand side, it says my orders. If there are any events coming up, or if there's anything that you want to change about your profile so that people can connect with you for the right reasons, right? The right discernment, then you'll just go to my account and you'll be able to edit that section. All right. We talking about it. Very simple, very elegant. Connection unstable. Very simple, very elegant. Drop we in the chat if y'all got it. Me is we. I love it. I love it. We all speak in French today. All right, Kruski, back to you.
All right, great stuff, great stuff. Everybody send some love in the chat to Jasmine. I want to show y'all something. I never really do this, but I'm gonna show on the back end. First, let me do this actually. Let me show y'all what this is going to look like. So this is what the syllabus is. So you're going to have a syllabus and you'll be able to get this syllabus. It'll be inside of the accelerator group. So the accountability accelerator group. Once again, put the link in the chat. Somebody copy and paste the link again in the chat. Copy and paste the link, put it in the chat so y'all can see that. Once you join this group, you will have this. Either group, it doesn't matter. But there are some people who are inside the Love Plus community room that may not be a member of this accountability accelerator. So if you want direct information for the accelerator, you make sure you go into the accountability accelerator group, okay? Just so that we're clear on that. But here's both, so copy and paste, put both in it. All right, so this is the syllabus. I just want to give you all a breakdown of what is to come. So you'll have the links to be able to connect to us. I want everybody to make sure they do the onboarding checklist today. So some of you should have gotten the email. If you don't have an email, that means you didn't sign up. But sign up so you can get the emails. Sign up so you can get the emails. Now, don't depend on an email. Go straight to the group. If you want information, direct information, go straight to the Accountability Accelerator group. That's the purpose of this group, to have information. You also show your work in that group as well. So when you are going through the challenges, you're going to show your work inside that group. Once again, it's the onboarding checklist. Go ahead and make sure you get that, so that way you can be in a position of power. Once again, you're going to see these MVP logos here. Remember, we're blending the idea of business and athletics together, because you have to be the most conditioned business person, the most conditioned business professional. Same thing when you're an athlete. You must be the most conditioned athlete. So we're going to take you through, obviously, the syllabus is going to give you a little bit about the program so you have a better understanding of where you're going, but we do go over this a little bit. But just like business owners, treat this way. Right, some of you it may break down to two roads, right? It's going to break down to advanced, intermediate. Basically, intermediate is a blend of corporate professionals and newbie owners, right? And then advanced is people who've been an entrepreneur and you've been in the game, you got a business going, things up and running, okay? So just understand that we're helping you out. We're giving you accountability that works for you. We're literally providing you with the resources. Let me know in the chat if this is you. If sometimes you're joining these programs, but you feel a little left behind at times. Sometimes you join these programs, but it feels like there's a lot of information that goes above and over your mind, and you feel like you're missing. Let me know in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if that's you. We have resources dedicated for you. So the primary resource, the required reading, like what we require that you get that to help you along this process fast, literally to help you become more effective in less time, is the Become More Effective in Less Time book. This has a link to it. You can click that. You can download it. Somebody put the bundle in the chat. Timo, can you please put the bundle in the chat? Thank you. The bundle includes the audio and the digital. Once again, I recommend digital. That way you can travel with it. If you want to be the person that likes to have the physical copy, there's nothing wrong with that. You can write in the physical copy. You can literally write in the physical copy. You can have that physical touch, that sensation of touching the book and getting that value. Okay. So if you do not, you need to get that. Like, I'm not going to play around. It's not optional. It's not up for discussion. You go ahead and get the Becoming More Effective in Less Time book. These other books are recommended, but they're optional. Time management for busy entrepreneurs. If time management is your issue, if self-transformation, you want to get to know yourself a little bit, or you want to understand the psychology of transformation, self-transformation is a quick read. It is a transformational book. Promise you will transform your life. But it is a quick read. You must go over it a couple times. Speak with confidence and courage. If your issue is literally, I just want to be able to speak better, communicate better, to be able to build better relationships, then this is for you. Okay. Obviously, onboarding checklist is there again. What are you going to get within these 4 weeks? Increased results in the area of your choice. It's 9:31. Can we have 10 more minutes? Put the word 10 in the chat. As I mentioned during these orientations, it's going to be a little bit lengthier call because we have to go through hands, we have to answer questions or just show things over. But typically the classes are going to be from 9:30, from 8:30 to 9:30, but the doors are going to open at 8:25. Get there. You could build with us at 8:25. If you're there early, you could build with us from 8:25. There's a calendar on the loveplus.com transformation portal. You can see the calendar. You can fill that in. Copy this link right now. Whatever link that you have, save it inside of any document. And speaking of documents, as you go across and along this next 4 weeks through this program, I want you to have a separate document where you're pasting all of your notes. Yes, I still want you to show your notes and show your work inside of the Accountability Accelerator Program group, but I want you to have a separate notes documents. This right here will be the roadmap for you. Once you finish the program, you have a complete roadmap. So please make sure that you have a separate document that you're putting all of your answers on. Make sense? So obviously what you're going to get out of this program is the increased results in the area of your choice. We're making it so simple for you that you just have to choose where you want the results to show up, and we're going to guide you there because it's universal principle. It's so simple. But the thing is, most people don't want the discipline and accountability, discipline and consistency that goes along with it. So as long as you have that, we'll be fine. So we're going to transform the language, our actions, our critical thinking, public speaking. It's not a lot of work. I'm telling you right now, it's going to sound like a lot. It's not a lot. But it's going to be so organized. Like if you're used to disorganization, you're going to feel like it's a lot at first, but over time you'll get through it. Obviously, it gives you the idea of what the board of directors are for. These directors that you have here, it's not like coaches. They're directors. They're people who are going to build with you mentally, physically, and help you, give you the roadmap for your success as a person. Some of the coaches who graduated to directors, and then these are also people who was in the same position just like you. And we also have a volunteer program as well, which is called the Select Few. So if anybody's looking to volunteer, I want you to put the word volunteer in the chat, where you'll be a volunteer coach, basically a higher level accountability partner. These are some of previous award winners. So we have award winners. We have real people who've done real stuff. Literally, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you work in the entrepreneur space, if you do this work, guaranteed there's something beautiful going to happen to you within the 30 days. I cannot tell you how impactful these 30 days are, these 4 weeks. Literally, multiple people have gotten hired in different positions, promoted, literally just by joining the program and taking on this energy because it's frequency based. Some of y'all say, oh, after the call, I feel so pumped. I feel so motivated. Your boss, your employer, your supervisor, whoever it is that you work with, your employees, they're going to notice a difference in you. They're going to see that you're locked in. So I don't want you to navigate away from the work that you're supposed to be doing at the job. I want you to do it better. Somebody put in the chat, do it better. I don't want you to run away from responsibility. I want you to do it better. Somebody put do it better in the chat. So this is going to be you. Your name is going to be up here on these boards. Your name is going to be up here as well. Once again, this is how the accountability program works. You have a mentor. Whoever, put your name of your mentor in the chat. Put the name of your mentor in the chat. You have a mentor. Yes, I'm your mentor, but we're talking about the mentorship that you joined. Put the name of your mentor in the chat. Put the name of your mentor in the chat. Your mentor is providing you the idea. They're providing you the idea. So whatever your mentor is, created a mentorship. They provide you the idea of what is possible. They say, hey, look, if you're joining MMA, you can purchase commercial real estate to give you time freedom. But guess what? You can make multiple streams of income from one acquisition. We're helping you become more effective in less time so you can retire and be the person that earns the right to have the experience of living that life, right? And I see that some of you are checking out already because you're not putting the name of your mentor in the chat. But I'm gonna continue. So the mentor gives the idea to the mentee. You are the mentee. Somebody put mentee in the chat. Joyce, you said you're lost. Wait, hold on. Let's stop real quick. You're lost about what? Let's unmute it real quick.
I've been lost for a while. I had my hand up, but nobody saw it.
Lost for what? Lost for what? Tell me what you lost at.
I was lost way back when you started talking about to get into the community room and the when you put the links in the chat. well, I was trying to follow along with you to get into those things at that time. So from that point on, that's where everything after that, I'm lost.
Okay,
Because I can't read
hold on, Joyce, hold on. This is a good example. Can I teach real quick? Good teaching moment. Let me know if I
Sure.
can teach real fast. Okay. I don't want something to stop you. Think about it. If we are running the program and we are moving on from that and we're not staying long on that, it means it's really not that, big of a deal. It's real simple. So I want you to lean on our judgment and not your own. I don't want you to get lost on everything just because you didn't get into the link. Real quick, I want to show you how simple it is. We're gonna put the link in the chat again. Somebody put the link in the chat. Click the link. Click one of the links. Are you already signed in with your profile? Yeah, I'm talking to you, Joyce. Are you already signed in?
Let me see.
Everybody should be doing this. I don't want y'all to get lost, but I love the fact that Joyce is raising her hand and speaking out on it. That's why I just wanted to understand what exactly it is. But a lot of times it's real simple stuff. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Literally, you could just copy and paste these links and put it inside somewhere you could come back to it. Like literally, you can do that. Like you can just copy and paste the link. So that's what I want you to do right now.
It's
Copy and
actually the page.
it's okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm gonna help you out. Right after we get through this with everybody, I'm
Okay.
gonna have you stay on the call and I'll help you out. What I
Okay.
want you to do though is go inside the chat, copy and paste this into a notes. Copy and paste these two links into a notes. Everybody should have these links into their notes. Copy and paste these two links into your notes. Cool. Let me know when y'all did that. Copy and paste the two links into Navy Fed. Copy and paste that. All right, cool. Good, Joyce. You got it?
I'm working on it.
Copy and paste those into your notes, y'all. Let me know in the chat when you're finished. I don't want anybody left behind, but because when we get started, we can't go back. Like once we get started, you got to catch up and you got to stay up. You got to stay up. It's mandatory. You got to stay up. Remember, this is athleticism for 4 weeks. Challenge yourself to see how much can you get done in your business. There's no way to fail. It's only way to go up from here. But the more work you put in, the more consistent you are, the better results you're gonna have, and the greater transformation will be set upon you. All right, good, Joyce. You copied and pasted?
No, it's not actually letting me copy, but
It's
I'll figure
it's
it out
this
later.
yeah, it's the one that ends in a SIO. That one you can't use. So use the one that has discussion with the N on the end of it. It's the first one that was posted at 9:38.
I just
Okay, I see what you're talking about. She
Okay.
reposted it. She reposted it. We will fix it right now. That's a good catch. Look, copy and paste them right there. She reposted it. Who said that? It was Marquez. Thank you. All right, cool.
I'll just screenshot it.
It's
So
okay. Tamoa, can you message her and work with her, please?
yes.
All right, we got you, Joyce. Okay, we got you. So Tamoa's gonna reach out to you. Can you do that now, Tamoa, please, and start working with her now? All right, cool. Um, where were we? All right, so yeah, go back. Look, so the idea, this is the framework. Everybody, please pay attention to this. Please pay attention to this. It's the framework. Your mentor is giving you the idea. You, as the mentee, somebody put mentee in the chat. You are to implement the idea. If your mentor is giving you the option, giving you the ability, the idea to create a funding company, that is what you're creating. If your mentor says we want you to work on becoming a business owner, that's what you're doing. If your mentor says you're going to get self-storage, that's what you're doing. That's what this is. If your mentor says we want you to do credit repair or create credit service, that's what you're doing. Now you have accountability partners. We're going to encourage you to have accountability partners. These accountability partners are going to encourage you to complete the idea. They're going to encourage you to do the idea. So if you're the accountability partner to someone else, your role is to make sure and encourage, hey, did you do X, Y, Z? Oh, tell me your goals. Okay, did you get that done? Because your partner may not be the business partner, but it may be just the accountability partner. You're also going to have a team captain. Your team captain is going to be the one that reinforces the participation of the idea. Some of you might fall off on week 2. Some of you might fall off on week 3. I don't want anybody to fall off. So you got the team captains to keep you on board. And then we got the co-captain, because sometimes just being a captain, you need the support. And then also by having a co-captain, we build other leaders. So there's going to be somebody who may not feel like they're capable of being a leader, and then they're going to be picked by the team captain, and they're going to become a co-captain. And now you step into leadership, and beautiful things can happen. Ask Moya. This was Moya. Okay, Moya was hiding behind the scenes, and we said, Moya, you're not hiding behind the scenes. I'm sorry. Come on, show yourself. And then before you know it, Moya's running programs with Neo. Okay, the same little person that was shy in the background. Please understand, we're not playing here. We're taking it to another level. And some of y'all may not know who Neo is. Some of y'all do. One of the top entrepreneurs during this era. Okay. And then you have the director. These are people like Sunshine, Tomoa, Moya, Jasmine. All of these individuals, these are going to be the people that help you navigate the path to make it easier to achieve the idea. This is why we say when you do the one-on-ones, yes, it's going to cost you if you do a one-on-one with director, but it's going to cost you way more if you don't do it. If you think you're going to do it alone, you're playing yourself. Somebody put I'm playing myself in the chat. That's you. Okay, stop playing yourself. All right, as we get ready to go into this, is going to be the last couple things. The objective here is to help corporate professionals and business owners work higher, not harder, utilizing my RIC method. The RIC method is the renovate, innovate, collaborate method, but it's the RIC impact that we're going to do, because it's the combination of the 4 levels of impact, which is imagination, communication, and unification. So you'll choose your path. Either you're going to be intermediate or you're going to be advanced. But either way, we're ensuring you that you are going to execute at a level that matches your experience while maintaining a structured, results-driven approach. So you will get results. Even if you show up 10%, you're going to have 10% in the results. If you show up 15%, you have 15%. If you show up 100%, you have 100%. So it's up to you, but you'll choose your path. You could do a blend of intermediate and advanced. If you have if you have everything that's, and I'll show you on the back end, but you might have some things that's not completed in the intermediate, but you may have already started the advanced path. You can still do some things that's in the intermediate. So the 4 levels of impact: imagination, communication, unification, implementation. First week, we're starting at imagination, the creativity. Second week is communication. Third week is unification. Fourth week is implementation. All right, everything is going to be laid out here. So we give you a whole idea of how it's worked into this system. So make sure you take time to read this. On Sunday, I'm giving everybody this. Somebody put Sunday in the chat so we know that you're paying attention. On Sunday, please make sure that you just dedicate 2 hours to just working on yourself on Sunday. I'm going to give you the roadmap on Sunday to work on yourself, but it's not hard work. It's just dedicating the time to work. If you have children, let them know you will not be available. You cannot do this and be with the kids. It's one or the other. You want success, or you want some fun. You can have success and then have all the fun, or you can have fun and have no success, and then now you got to keep having a repeat of what you don't want. So we give you the blueprint for the execution. The execution is renovate, innovate, collaborate. No matter which way you think about this, whatever level that you're at, maybe you just started a new idea, maybe you just got an LLC. Okay, cool. Now you need to collaborate with the banks, collaborate with, a phone service, or, Opus Office, where you can get a virtual office. So you need to collaborate. Then once you do that, you renovate again. Okay, how do I now perform better? What type of systems do I need to create? Okay, after that, you do it again, you renovate. So it's a never-ending process. You just keep doing it over and over. You've been doing this for your whole entire life. You learned how to speak, you learned how to walk, you learned how to talk. You did it again. Elementary school, junior high school, college, extra learning, all that. It's the same stuff. It's just broken down to a simplified framework for you. So, okay, cool. We have this framework here: imagination, communication, unification. Please do not look right now to pick up all information. I'm just showing you what you will have access to. So you'll have time to go through all of this yourself. I'm just saying it. So when you go over it and read it, it's like you heard it twice. So you learn it faster. If that's clear, put clear in the chat. Put clear in the chat. I'm not asking, I don't want y'all to feel like it's overwhelming right now. I just want you to look at what we have and I'm just talking to you about it. That's it. That's all we're doing. You have an NEPQ cheat sheet. If you want to learn sales, this is what's going to master your selling. Sales is not just for purchasing, having people purchase products. Sales is for your relationships, not just with your significant other, but with your children. Not just with them, but with yourself. Every day you're selling. Even as a child, you were selling. All right. So we gave you the summary of it so that way you can understand exactly how to use it. The foundational five, when we talk about making multiple streams of income from one acquisition or from one business or from one idea, we have a breakdown of how you can actually do this to give you a visual. You want to make a lot of money, you want to collect a lot of cash, you want to be able to make it seem like you're printing money, then it's not going to come from just working one job. That's one stream of income that you get that then you have to split it with 2, 4, 6, 7 other people because you're the head of the household or because people love you so much, they need your help. Instead, we want business and your money to work for you. Somebody put in the chat, money work for me. Your money is going to work for you. Your relationships are going to work for you. Everything is going to work for you, but you have to work for them too. Make sense? It's an equal partnership. It gives you a summary in here so that way you understand. So you're good to go. And then last but not least, the cycle of money. A lot of times we misunderstand the cycle of money. You have to actually understand the cycle of money. So you want to invest in places, invest in people, invest in things that can give you a return on those investments, that can give you money. So essentially, I want you to think like this. If I can put my money, purchase things that people would love to purchase from me. So I purchase mentorship because in the future, people would love to purchase that information that I've acquired from me. So you can make your money back. Everybody who's joined mentorship, you're always gonna be able to make your money back. Somebody put in the chat, I'm gonna make my money back. You're always gonna be able to make your money back because all you have to do is apply what the mentor is teaching you. You'll get the result, and then you can help other people who was in your position just starting out. You will always be able to make your money back. When it comes to like real estate investments, always put your money in places you know people will pay to have that investment from you. So when it comes to real estate, you put your money in a property, you could always send out send that out to the market and get your money back. But we want to invest in good deals. So the point is to learn the information and understand all of this stuff, not just randomly do stuff. And I thought that was the last one, but this is the other one. Speaking with confidence. This is just a timeline guide just to start you with public speaking. So just knowing your achievements, just knowing the traumatic things you've gone through in your life, knowing like the breakthroughs or the personal development. These are the things that you're going to have. It just helps you out no matter where you're at in your life. You might want to be a speaker. This is going to help you just create a timeline. When you have a timeline, it's going to be easy to speak from all of these things. If you know one, so when I go like this, I lost both of my parents growing up. I went to 7 different schools, 9 years. I had gastroesophageal reflux disease. I was battling cancer as a full-time entrepreneur during COVID. I lost over 55 pounds in 41 days. I was able to beat cancer. Like this is how I'm able to speak like this because I created a timeline. The timeline is going to help you narrow down everything and give you a guide to speak. So I want y'all to think about a dresser, right? Inside the dresser, you have drawers. You pull out the drawer, there's all sorts of things in there. But when you close the drawer back, it looks nice and neat. Some of y'all got all sorts of stuff on your dresses. You got all sorts of stuff. You got to clean your dresses up, right? Clarity challenge, clarity coach, get on them. All right. But the idea is to make it compact so it's simple to communicate. A lot of times we can't communicate to people because we're just spilling out everything. How many times you listen to people, they just ramble about a whole bunch of stuff? It's hard to follow them, right? Okay, so this is going to help you not be that person. And then we got the summary for all of that. Week 1, once again, imagination. You'll take it through week 1. Assignments, we have assignments here. If you are intermediate, these will be your assignments for week 1, Monday. If you are advanced, this will be your assignment. If you realize on this an intermediate that you don't have something done, but you chose to do an advance, you could choose to do that. No one's stopping you. If you only chose to do one thing on this, no one's stopping you. If you only chose to do one thing on it, no one's stopping you. You choose the work that you want to do. You choose it. Somebody put I choose in the chat. Here's what the lesson is. All right, makes sense? So Wednesday, you have a different assignment. These are not hard assignments. These are not lengthy assignments. These are easy assignments that you can get done. But when you look back at it, hey, look back at it. When you look back at it, you, I see you, Jasmine. When you look back at it, you will now see that you've done so much work, right? You will see that you've done so much work. So Fridays are for refinement. So Fridays are for refinement. So we just talk a little bit about some new things that implements that you can implement, but mainly is reviewing all the assignments from before and making sure you catch up. That's really what that is. And it's the same thing. The implementation, impact, execution guide. These are templates. Okay, templates. This is what's going to help you get the work done from the assignments for that week. But it also gives you a structure. So if you're intermediate, you probably want to get that promotion at your corporate job. Here's a promotion roadmap. This is what we need you to start creating. Everybody needs to start knowing their stats. Put it in the chat. Know my stats. You need to start knowing your stats. You need to start knowing your stats. A lot of times you don't even know how many sales calls you made. A lot of times you don't even know how many marketing materials you put out. A lot of times you don't even know how many posts you made. You don't know how much money you made. You don't know how much money you spent. You don't know how much money you save. You don't know your interest rates. Like you need to start knowing your stats. Somebody put know my stats in the chat. You need to start knowing your stats. As we talk about athletes, you're a business owner or entrepreneur or career professional. Does not matter. Whether you're an employee or employer, you're going to have to do both jobs. It does not matter. Just picking a route. And in that route, you're choosing, you need to have stats. So get comfortable with knowing your stats. It's going to be the thing that transforms your life. Like some people don't want to know their weight. You should know your weight. You should know, step on that scale. I'm talking about me. I'm talking about me. Step on that scale, boy. All right. Let's continue to go. So once again, those are all the templates. There's a bunch of templates in here. So it's just, and then we have some personal assignments. All right. Once again, you choose what you want. You choose. You choose. If you don't want to do it, you don't do it. If you choose to do it, you do it. Bottom line. The classes, the calls are for support. You do the work, but the calls are for support. Once again, it's the same thing that follows all the way through. So I think we got that. So this is what I wanted to show y'all on the back end. Where is this at? Online programs. So this is what the program is going to look like. So you're going to log into the program. This is what the program is going to look like. It's going to be connected to a group. The group that is connected to is Accountability Accelerator Bootcamp. So when when we ask you to do your work and to show your work, you post it into the Accountability Accelerator Bootcamp. Let me know in the chat which group is it connected to. Let me know in the chat which group this is connected to. When you're done and you completed all the steps, you will get a certificate of completion. I mean, if you just completed all the steps and you really didn't do all the steps, don't hang this up. You didn't get this from me. Okay, you didn't get this from me. Don't hang it up. But but if you did complete all the steps, hang it up and wear it proudly. Okay, wear it proudly. So this is how it's gonna look. As I mentioned, the first couple days is gonna look like it's a lot. It's really not, but it's going to look that way because before anything gets better, it gets. Let me know in the chat. What's the answer? Before it gets better, it gets what? When you go to the gym and you're looking to get that good body, before it gets better, it gets. Before you get that haircut and you look all good, before you get your hair done and you look all great, it looked worse. You remember coming to that to the salon with your bonnet on and like, girl, I don't want nobody to see me. Like, hook me up, right? You remember being that person like, damn, bro, like you got a seat for me in the chair because I'm gonna need this fresh cut. And you remember how it looks afterwards. So this is how it's gonna feel. But I want y'all to focus on the intrapersonal activities. So your limiting beliefs, seeing yourself higher, falling in love with organization, utilizing the resources for support. Let me move this right here. All right. So the resources for support. So make sure you go and get the resources. All right. Now on Tuesday, obviously, I mean on Monday, you got the class. It's gonna give you a setup. You go through it, and then we got a live coaching session. Let me show you how it looks real quick. Live coaching session. It's gonna be like a 60-minute leadership call, and this is gonna be the information that you'll see. It'll show differently to you, but I'm just showing y'all because it's not published yet, and you'll be able to see what it looks like. Okay. Notice how it just gets lighter. You see how Monday is going to feel like a lot? It's going to feel like a lot. I'm warning you now. But that's not how it's going to be. Once you get through the tough stuff, it all becomes easy. You got morning visualization. That's easy. You got personal assignment. Let's see what the personal assignment is. Mindset clarity. Answer the following reflection questions. Like literally so simple. Literally. Literally so simple. It's so easy. I want you to have so much fun doing it because I can guarantee that you will become a new person when it's done. I can guarantee you'll be more effective with your time. Okay? And as we go throughout the week, once again on Wednesday, you got the live coaching call, and then you got some things. So on Monday, it's the renovation. Every Monday is renovation. So you need to reinvent who you are. Every Wednesday is innovation, the way you operate. Innovate how you operate. On Friday is always about refinement. I didn't realize it was so small for y'all. My bad. Nobody said anything. I apologize. Uh, Once again, that's how it's gonna look. Next week, as I mentioned before, it just gets easier. Over time, it just gets easier. It's not gonna be hard at all. There's a lot of personal reflection, a lot of personal things. Daily speaking challenge, incorporating that with your loved ones or your family, your friends, whoever it is. All right. Please understand, this is necessary work. Week 4, all the way to week 4. Week 4, we have on Friday, March 14th, Love Plus Live, March 14th on Friday. I believe we'll be doing it in Atlanta, March 14th. So if you want to go through the program, you want to see us live in person and be at the program. If you was with us at the end of last program, let me know how amazing it was in the chat. Let me know in the chat. If you were there with us last Love Plus Live and you thought that was great, you thought that was amazing, I'm letting you know right now the next one is even better. Next one is even better. Okay. Next one is even better. Like you can really come in person and get the love. That was an amazing time. We all had a great time. It's a full day, by the way, full entire day, 3 sections, full entire day. And everybody would get access to that. If you are here, you get free access to that. If you're inside this class, you get free access to that. Only thing you got to do is get your hotel and flight, but you get free access to that. Obviously, you got to buy your own food. Somebody told me last time, he was like, your food? I'm like, what? Anyway, all right, we done. So we're done. We're done here. Any question, any concern that I can answer right now, let me know. Any question, any concern, um, any question, any concern, let me know right now. All right, no questions, no concerns.
I have a question.
Who is that? Raise your virtual hand so we can see you, please.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no worries. We just want to make sure we can see you all. Who is that? Tracy. What's up, Tracy? That's Tracy. Bring Tracy up.
Thank you.
Yeah. What's up, Tracy?
How you
What's
doing?
going on?
Yeah, this is great. I'm glad I'm on here for this. So I was trying to follow along in the accountability accelerator boot camp. I'm in there, but I didn't see impact. I don't know if you said we won't see it yet, but I didn't see that part.
Yeah, you're not gonna see it yet. You're not gonna see it.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be live on Sunday. Live
Okay.
on Sunday. You can't start it until Sunday. Even if we made it public now, it wouldn't start till Sunday anyway. You can't start till Sunday.
Okay, I got you. So I was in the right place. It's just not there yet. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
100%.
Thank you.
Okay, Tracy. Tracy proactive. Tracy said, "Let me see if I get in there right now." That's what I'm talking about. Good job, Tracy.
Thank you.
Good job. All right, cool. Who? Any other questions? Any other questions? I'm getting tongue tied right now. Any other questions? And I got a meeting to get to. So you scroll down.
Mm-hmm.
This is where it would be.
Okay.
So you'll see it basically on the left is going to be the most latest video.
Okay.
And if you need tutorials, all right, Tomoa, if you need tutorials, Moya, if you need tutorials, right here, website, right to the
Okay.
website, and it will show you the tutorials. That way you can learn how to use the site. Okay.
Thank
And
you.
if y'all need that login and log out, we'll add it back and y'all can have that up here. We took that out a long time ago. Cool. Everything's cool. Y'all good? Good to go? Any other
Uh,
question? Oh, Marquez had his hand up. Let's bring Marquez up, please.
hey, thanks, Mindset. Appreciate it.
Yeah, bro.
So I'm glad you mentioned organization because that's what my wife and I are working on now with the different calls that we're on in MMA. So this, when we do the calls for Love Plus, there's 2 live calls a week. Am I catching that correctly?
It's 3. It's gonna be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then
Monday.
remember we got the mindset resets on Saturday.
Okay. And where's that schedule at, or do you mind?
Oh yeah, I'll show you the screen. Let me show
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
So you're also gonna have it inside of the challenge. Like when you join the challenge, it's gonna have the schedule already laid out for you. So you'll be able to see all of that. But it's also here. So can we put it in the chat? Can we put the calendar in the chat? Oh, I can do it. I can do it.
So these calls are the same time as our accountability leadership calls, right?
Well, yeah, this is the accountability leadership. So when you just because you're in MMA, there's other people that may be from another place. You're all going to be doing the same thing, but particular to your particular industry or mentorship.
Okay. I guess I was asking like the call we were on this morning at 8:30.
At 8.
8:30.
So this is the same call.
Oh, okay. So that's what you're saying. These, so I apologize. So these are going to be the ones that'll be Monday, Wednesday, Friday for
Yeah,
the
we're
next
just setting up
30
an
days.
orientation for we're just setting up an
I got
orientation
you.
for y'all to y'all understand the platform so you can use it to your advantage. But ultimately, it's going to be 8:30.
And
8:30
Saturday is what
a.m.
time? What time is Saturday?
Saturday is 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and those are optional for you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I've got a conflict at 10.
Yeah, no
Um,
worries.
okay. But yeah, Monday, Wednesday, Friday should be good. Perfect. And we just jump on the same link that we were on like this morning, right?
Yeah, save this link,
Okay.
so that way everybody knows. Wait, hold on real quick. That's not the. It went to Stacy. Hold on. Put this link back in the chat. All right. So when you look for the calendar, you go in the transformation portal, right? When you first log into the portal,
Mm-hmm.
you could use that link that's at the bottom. You can use the link that's at the bottom. Did it just? Oh, it crashed out.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it crashed out. Hold on.
Sure.
So you can use the link and go straight to the calendar, or you can
Okay.
go on the transformation portal at the very top. You just scroll down just a little bit, you'll see a
Mm-hmm.
calendar there. So let me bring this back up. So it's coming back up. Let's see. Might do it on the other device. Let me see.
30.
Yeah, let me do it on the other device real quick, y'all. You can see it now?
Yes, I've got your screen up. Mm-hmm.
Oh, they okay, cool. Y'all can see
Uh-oh.
everything. Did y'all see
Yeah.
that too? All right,
Wow.
maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just happening to me. But
There was
it
some
looked
kind of
like,
red stripes at the bottom or something. Yeah.
yeah,
Some,
that's what I saw. All right, cool. So
okay.
it's me right now. So you scroll down a little bit, and it's gonna show you upcoming calls. So
Okay.
these links are sent directly to the Diamond and Yearly members. So all of you have this in you all have these links, right? So you got these links directly. What you're
Mm-hmm.
not going to see is when you click it, there's not going to be a link there for you because there are random people who come and they check it out, or there's people who are not in the program and they come and they check these out and they put RSVPs down, but they don't have access, right? So
Gotcha.
this is just to let everybody know the calendar. So how you do that is see full calendar view.
Okay.
And when you see the full calendar view, you could look at it from the month to month basis,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see all the scheduled calls.
Okay.
So
Perfect.
Monday, so we have Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So this one is starting from Monday to Sunday. It's not the typical, make sure you pay attention to it because it's not the
Yeah.
typical Sunday to Saturday. Okay, so it might
Right.
throw you off at first, but it's Monday to Sunday, and then it's
Mm-hmm.
Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. And then we have a mindset reset on Saturday. If you
Perfect.
click onto one of them, what's today? Today is the
14th.
14th. If you click on one for Monday, it'll open up like this
Mm-hmm.
and it'll show you. But this is just to show you for the calendar. You already have the link to it. So you don't really need to do nothing, but just know that when you need to see and reference, it's right here. If you need to see and reference, it's right here. You could always put RSVP down, but remember that's just for you to see what's going on. But you already have the link.
Nice.
This is mainly for a person who is not in the program and they see something that's they're interested in and they go, oh
Mm-hmm.
wow, I like that. I want to see that. Oh, that's a handsome man right there. Let me see what he's talking about.
Sharp dress brother, yeah.
Let me see what he's talking about. So that's one of those things, but yeah. So if not, then that's not you. But let me see. Is that all, Marquez, or is there
Oh
something
yeah,
else?
no, that was perfect. Thank you.
Okay, cool. So, absolutely. What I'm going to do right now to make sure everybody is connected, let's go to the groups. I think there's a question in the chat about the groups. My meeting is over. I'm running over time, y'all. Who can take over for me? Can somebody take over for me? Let me stop sharing the screen. I mean, let me stop the video. Let me stop the video. Any other question or concern right now before I stop the video, just in case anybody wants to go back and look at the video. So I'm going to stop it right now. You good? Okay, be good.